The Central is presented by Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Order online or download the Papa John's mobile app.
Hello Jaguars, I'm Miller Widemire.
And I'm Maddie Howell, and this is The Central.
And now for our top school headline. Madison Central is having its annual blood drive on March 7th. All participants will receive a free t-shirt and will have their name entered for more prizes. One of our seniors will also receive a scholarship for participating. If you wish to donate, please get a form from Student Services.
And now for our top news headline. President Donald Trump and politicians in Washington are still working to find a compromise in the debate for government funding. Lawmakers are hoping to have a deal in place regarding border security funding before the government partially shuts down next Friday. That's our top news headline. Now let's go to Miller for our weather forecast.
Today the weather is cloudy and cold with a high of 46. The weather will be similar tomorrow with temperatures increasing to 50 degrees. Sunday will be warmer with a high of 66, but the clouds will turn into rain on Monday as the temperature reaches 69. That's your weather forecast. Now let's go to Maddie for a sports update.
Thanks, Miller. The Jaguars and Lady Jaguar soccer teams competed in their respective North State Championship games on Tuesday evening. The boys lost to Northwest Rankin 2-1, but the girls beat Northwest 1-0. The girls play again in the state championship game Saturday against Ocean Springs.
Participation ribbons for children in sports have always been highly debated. Here's JNN's Mary Grace Nelson with more on this controversial issue.
Many people have played on Little League and Rec Leagues at some point in their childhood. However, recently debate has risen involving the topic of a simple practice common among these teams, participation ribbons.
As a parent, do you have kids that are either currently in Little League teams or have been in the past?
Both. I have a 6-year-old now who plays both soccer and Little League baseball, and I have older children who both participated when they were younger.
What is your stance on participation ribbons? Are you for or against?
I would say I'm against. I think that kids need to learn how to lose. I think it makes them better. I think it makes them more competitive.
Did you see the ribbons have an effect on your child's motivation to practice as well as play hard during the games?
Honestly, I don't know that they have as much effect on that as just to them it's a reward for playing hard and showing up to all the practices and being on the team.
Do you feel that being rewarded, even if you didn't perform well, has an effect on an athlete's competitiveness?
I think so. I think if you reward somebody for doing something they shouldn't do, are you making that athlete better?
Do you feel that giving children equal awards for activities boosts self-esteem and good sportsmanship, or do you feel that it hampers the development of them?
I feel both, honestly. I think when they are younger, it's very important to reward them.
Do you think that participation ribbons could lead to lack of motivation in young athletes?
I don't know about lack of motivation, but I think it sends the wrong message for what we're trying to do.
What do you think the benefits of participation ribbons are?
It makes them feel like they belong, that everyone gets one, that they're not singled out as not being good enough at a time when everyone is truly just learning how to play.
Participation ribbons seem almost irrelevant at first thought, but some parents and coaches feel that children should receive trophies only if they win, while some believe that every child on the team should receive a ribbon in order to boost morale and confidence. Participation ribbons have been argued to push laziness and prevent athletes from improving, but there are some that believe that participation ribbons boost good sportsmanship and self-esteem in children. There's definitely an impact on young athletes when it comes to participation ribbons. Now the only question is whether that impact is good or bad. For JNN, this is Mary Grace Nelson.
Thanks, Mary Grace. Madison Central's award-winning show choir Reveille is in the middle of their busy competition season. Here's JNN's Cameron Nestor with more.
Madison Central is full of talented students. Reveille Show Choir is one way that these musically gifted students can be involved and show off their skills to the community.
JNN decided to sit down with the members and directors of Reveille and discover just how much work goes into these performances.
Reveille is a show choir. High school show choir is, there are some that compete and some that don't, and we're in that category that competes.
The job of a Reveille crew member during play season is to help build the set. We make sure all the equipment is safe for the actors to use, and we fix anything during the show that might have gone wrong.
So the job of a Reveille band member is really to just play the song for the singers and dancers. It's really important that we keep tempo and play the notes so that they know what to sing and stuff.
We have a class period in school, and outside of that we do rehearse one night a week outside of school in the fall semester, and when we come back from the Christmas break, we ramp that up because that's our show choir season. This year is more of a traditional type of show choir show where we do have a theme, and our theme is songs that include something about your name. The name of the show is Hello, My Name Is. But we don't have a story that we're trying to tell. We don't have any real characters that we have that are featured. They're just songs that center around that one thematic element.
Some of the difficulties I face are when I'm told to get a tool, I don't know what that tool looks like, and finding a piece of wood that's the right size without cutting it.
I'm the only horn player this year, so I have some really exposed parts, and if I do anything wrong, everybody hears it.
My favorite thing about what I do, honestly, and as cliche as it may sound coming from a teacher, is really just spending time with the students, getting to know the students.
My favorite part about being in the Reveille crew are the people. I really enjoy their company, and they're super cool.
So I'd have to say my favorite part of Reveille Band is kind of that we're a part of both the crew and the singers and dancers, so we really get to interact with everybody.
Reveille is more than just a show choir group of performers. It takes dedication from directors, backstage crew, and the band. Reveille is truly a collaborative effort. This has been Cameron Nestor with JNN.
Thanks, Cameron. Did you know Madison Central has an ultimate Frisbee team? The team is becoming one of MC's fastest growing clubs. JNN's Cate Strong has more on the topic.
Ultimate Frisbee is an up-and-coming sport at Madison Central. With a growing team and fan base, they've amassed a lot of popularity since their creation, especially during their competition season.
This year we've gone to a tournament in New Orleans that turned out to be a hat tournament, and it was pretty interesting. A hat tournament is where we're not on teams, but everybody goes and are split into teams, and it's just a way of getting to know the game in a bit of a different perspective. The team was started, I think, in 2011, and I started my sophomore year. How did I hear about it? My friend Andrew Zhang, who is now the captain, he kept telling me to come, and eventually I did, and I'm glad I did, because it's a lot of fun.
During its lifespan, the sport has risen greatly in popularity. Junior Captain Will Calahar is here to tell us more about how to join and what they do during practice.
Our program, as opposed to other schools, we're more student-led. Other programs like MRA, they have actual coaches and they're actual school sports there, but we're just a club. We practice twice a week and on Mondays and Wednesdays from 4:30 to 6:30. What got me into Ultimate Frisbee is I saw a poster on the wall that last year, and I just thought it was an interesting sport, and then once I got into it, I fell in love with it. You really just show up to practice. Anyone can join. We're co-ed as well. We do practice to have fun, but we take this very seriously. We play a state tournament in May, and we won it last year, and we're hoping to win it again this year. Being a captain this year, it involves a lot more leadership than it did just being a team member. As a junior captain, I'm more of an advisor to the two main captains. And as a captain, they really run the practices and the drills. By the time I graduated, I hope the team grew a lot more numbers-wise, and hopefully with a couple more state championships.
In the midst of a riveting season of Ultimate Frisbee, Madison Central's excited to see what they will do next. This has been Cate Strong with JNN.
Thanks, Cate. Every summer, Madison Central students take trips abroad. This year, students have exciting opportunities to visit various locations. Here's Kelsey Mayhan with more on the story.
Over the years, teachers at Madison Central have taken students and their parents across the world to learn about and experience different cultures. In past years, Jaguars have gone across the globe to Australia, England, France, Italy, and more. We sat down with Madison Central ceramics teacher and crew director Courtney Melton to discuss her favorite international trip that she has led.
The trips I've led internationally with Madison Central have gone to Paris and London. That was a trip. And then the last one I did was to Barcelona, Athens, and Rome and some of the surrounding areas. The trips I've taken have been typically smaller. I've had adults go and I've had students go.
Now we discuss with a Madison Central student about her experiences on one of the trips that she has been on.
I went on the 2018 trip to England and Scotland. I greatly enjoyed the trip because it was a wonderful opportunity for me to see different places, and I enjoyed seeing the scenery most of all.
Mr. Hackman also leads trips with Madison Central.
I started in 1998. And we have led a tour every single year since then. So we've been to Australia 15 times. We have been to Costa Rica, South Africa, pretty much all of Europe. We did a European carousel, Vietnam. We've done the Ecuador, Galapagos tour, and then Germany, Austria, Switzerland tour.
As you can see, Madison Central offers many opportunities for international travel and unbelievable learning experiences. This has been Kelsey Mayhan with JNN.
Thanks, Kelsey. Well, that's all for this time. I'm Miller Widemire.
And I'm Maddie Howell. And this has been
JNN's The Central.